Hello sir, my name is Ting from Computer Engineering and currently studying for my second year, second semester. Introducing my biodata, there's 5 people in my family where I have 2 siblings, which are my elder brother and younger brother. I'm the second child in my home. I study in SJKC Chiman for my primary school and SMK Sri Bintang Selatan for my secondary school. Regarding my chess level and experience, I'm actually just slightly better than a beginner, where I only know how to move all the chess pieces, but I rarely play chess in my life. The reason I took this course is because I enjoy playing board games and I really want to become better in playing chess. In the chess game, there are 3 types of time control, which are the standard, rapid, and blitz time control. For standard time control, each player's thinking time is at least 60 minutes. For example, each player has 90 minutes for the first 40 moves and followed by 30 minutes for the rest of the game. For rapid time control, each player's time is more than 10 minutes but less than 60 minutes, or for blitz time control, all moves are played in 10 minutes or less for each player. One of the examples for rapid time control is 15 plus 10 rapid game, where each player's clock starts at 15 minutes and 10 seconds will be added to their clock after each move they make. Another example for blitz time control is 5 plus 0 blitz game, where each player's clock starts at 5 minutes and no time increment per move. Besides that, it is important for us to understand touch move rule according to the Fidel law of chess. When the player having the move deliberately touches one or more of your own pieces, he must move the first piece touch, which can be moved. When the player touches one or more of his opponent's pieces, he must capture the first piece touch, which can be captured. While when the player touches one piece of each color, he must capture opponent's piece with his own piece. If it is illegal, then the player has to move or capture the first piece touch, which can be moved or captured. If it is unclear whether own piece or opponent's piece are touched first, then the player's own piece shall be considered touched before the opponent's. For all the conditions mentioned above, if none of the pieces can be moved by the player, then the player may make any legal move. Besides that, the touch move rule will also be applied in castling, where if king and rook are touched, the player must castle if it is legal. Lastly, we have to understand the differences between checkmate and stalemate. Both checkmate and stalemate occur when one of the player has no any legal move on his turn. However, for checkmate, the player will be in check, or for stalemate, both players are not in check. When checkmate is occurred, we will have a clear winner for the game, whereas when stalemate occurred, it will result in a draw for the game. Here is an example for checkmate and stalemate that you can refer to. As you can see, the white castle is checking the king, and the black piece has nowhere else to move, meaning the black player has no any legal move on his turn. This is what we call a checkmate, and the white piece player win. For this case, the same, the black piece player has no any legal move in his turn. This is because the pawn here cannot move anymore, and movement of the king has been restrained by the queen of the white pieces, which is this one here and here. So the black player do not have any legal move, and the king is also not in check. This is what we call a stalemate, and this will result in a draw. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.